Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another business talk with a trusted partner by CCIS. This time we are hosting or dedicated our talk to furniture industry. Our guest today is Mr. Igor Shepec from Gonzaga company. And if you have any questions tied to this furniture industry trends and everything around furniture, of course, you can write it down and I will read it later at the end. So, Mr. Igor, welcome to our business talk.
Yes, thank you. Dear Ines, thank you. First of all, thank you very much to invite me in such a company to join us. I'm pleasure to join us, to share some experience, to share some views about furniture. Especially, I would like to talk today more about office furniture, not so much about school furniture and residential furniture, which we are also producing. So our main anchor in our company is developing, research, development, production, installation of office furniture, because we think that we are also one of the trend leaders.
Okay. Thank you for introduction. So, dear guests, now you can see the focus of Gonzaga company in office furniture, among other furnitures for hotels, kindergarten, schools that you had the opportunity to see before we started. So, Igor, can you first explain the participants? You already said you will have focus on office furniture, but the company Gonzaga is as described as leading producer in furniture industry. Or did I miss something?
Yes, Ines. Let's say, to introduce a little wider our company, for the past 25 years, we have furnished, as I said, offices, hotels, student accommodation, kindergarten, schools, and libraries. We are one of the biggest producers in Central Europe that can offer furniture for such a wide variety of spaces. Our headquarters and the production plant are located in Slovenia, close to Italian border, surrounded by forests. But generally, we are not focused only on Slovenian market. We have our own partners, reseller network in 15 countries. We have our own development and design team, and we work with well-known domestic and foreign designers. Okay. What can I say about our services? I think that our buyers describe us as a company with modern design, high quality products, and excellent customer service. Everything from knowing the needs of the customers and advising about furnishing to delivery to the installation. So this is short, a little wider about our company. So as I said, we have three anchors: educational furniture, accommodation furniture, and office furniture. We are producing.
Is there any particular reason why you focused on the office furniture, or?
No, it's historically connection. This is historically connection. We bought this company, this factory. We established company 25 years ago, but we bought this plant 23 years ago, and this production plant, that time produced office furniture, and we just continue producing office furniture. Of course, we invest a lot into the production. We develop everything. We design new products and so on and so on. But the source was that time office furniture, and we just continue producing this type of furniture. And later on, we expand also on school educational furniture and accommodation furniture.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. So you mentioned 25 years ago. Comparing to today, what is the difference in office spaces?
Oh,
Imagine a lot.
many differences. From still the office, in the office you have still table, chair and cupboard. This is the base, but all the rest is much different than before. So in last decades, office doesn't look like it was before, because as everywhere nowadays, in last decades, technology, way of life, everything changed so dramatically that offices, particularly also furniture, office furniture, needs to follow these movements, changes, and so on. So companies was before money-driven companies. They try to earn as much as possible money, but nowadays companies are not anymore driven companies, but they are focusing on well-being also for the labor force, for the workers. They are working in the company. That means they would like to arrange, they would like to establish environment, relationship for their workers on proper way, that everybody feels like at home, that everybody will work with patient and so on. So that means also all furniture needs to follow all those trends. For example, sometimes investments was they would like to spend for investment in furniture as slow as possible money, but nowadays the more important as they spend small money for furniture is to buy furniture which will be cozy, healthy, effective furniture.
Okay.
For example, furniture was sometimes the company was stable and they were established and they will last for long period. But nowadays, in these turbulent times, companies are they establish new companies. Companies are dying. They are becoming new companies and so on. The companies are moving from one premises to another premises. Companies change also the way of working and so on. So, and the furniture, it's not anymore fixed furniture where it is staying for years there, 10 years, 20 years. Now the furniture needs to be ready, that company maybe will move to another premise, that new people will come into some office, and furniture needs to be adapted immediately to some younger employees, some older employees, some ladies, some men, and so on. So everything those needs to follow this new trend.
Lifestyle. Okay, so we have more dynamic lifestyle. We are taking care of ourselves. The employers also take care of their workforce. If the worker is happy, then they do a better job, of course.
Exactly.
But dynamic lifestyle and also dynamic offices. What is your solution then to today's lifestyle, actually, when the companies are moving a lot, so they need more? What kind of furniture then?
Yes, Ines. we have answers, we have solutions for such issues, as you mentioned right now, because fixed furniture, you cannot sell anymore only furniture, you need to sell solutions. So we are solution providers. For example, such answers on these issues are, I don't know, high adjustability tables, which needs to follow, which are ergonomic, friendly, chairs which are very quality chairs produced by melt plastic bottles, that we are environmental friendly. Cupboards are not anymore only huge high cupboard, but cupboards needs to be done by smaller items which can be stackable without any screws, without screwdrivers, that anybody can reorganize your environmental within 5 or 10 minutes. And these cupboards can be very easy movable to another office or to be moved to another premises. If when you start working, you never know how many spaces you need for your documentation, for papers, for files, and so on. Of course, you won't buy big, large cupboards immediately in the beginning, because you never know if you will need it. Why to spend so much money in the beginning? Why not to upgrade your cupboards from small cupboards? If you need more space, order another cupboard, we will just come and put to previous cupboard, and so on. So these are these movable, upgradable things which needs to be.
So
the next,
basically, sorry, you're basically offering modular cupboards and furniture. Actually, you can design it by yourself, actually.
exactly. And
Right.
the same people are working in different teams nowadays. They are working on different jobs, not only one type of job. And also they are meeting each team. One team is in one office, another team where I belong to is in the other office. So all those furniture needs to be movable, it needs to be combined together, and so on. For example, very important topic is nowadays sound absorption panels. The investor would like to spend as low as possible money for premises. Okay, before I said it's not anymore this investment, money investment, but it's important also well-being. But anyway, open spaces are very popular nowadays, and when a lot of people come into such spaces, and everybody talk to each other, by phone, and so on, and the noise is more and more. There are more and more noise in the space. So we need to reduce this noise. We need to reduce this noise with special noise absorption panels. These panels are a kind of dividers between office spaces, of workspaces, but on the same way, they are absorbing noise. Noise is coming into a panel, and because of echo into a panel, the noise disappears, for example.
Okay, great solution actually for these so-called popular open spaces offices. But for example, do you notice, because of this COVID, obviously, did you notice some stay-at-home trend for the workers or remote? Does it affect your furniture industry since you're so heavily focused in the office furniture?
for sure. Ines, the trend, home office trend is very exposed nowadays. Because before the people would like to work at home, but now also the companies forced workers to work at home, and they are ready to also to invest some money into home offices, and not just worker, also a company. But at home you cannot afford to have a large working room. So the furniture needs to be a little smaller, needs to be adaptable, that once you have working table, later on you have dining table from that, the same table and so on. So the trends are, for example, in last few months, we developed smaller tables, smaller, high adjustable tables for homes, for example. So, and maybe not so much in Slovenia, but abroad, the requirements for home office seats from month to month more.
Okay, so you said you have move up desk. These are some standard measures. By stay at home trend, you adjusted this smaller portion of these tables. Is this something that is in standard frames? The length and the height of the table, and you adjust it now for the homes?
No, I mean, I would like to tell audience also that all our furniture is produced according to European Union standards. And there are three types of standards: durability standard, dimensional standards, and stability standard, and so on. But what I was talking about when I was talking about the dimensions of home furniture, home desks, for example, ordinarily the desks in offices are in company offices are 140, 160, 180 long desks. When we develop this desk, we start producing metal frames such dimension. Now we see that we need for home office smaller metal pedestals, smaller tabletops, and so on. These are this adoption to home office desks.
Great.
That's I mean.
Great solution, actually. So maybe a new niche right now because of this trend. So we are stepping now in another crisis. So this is due to the, fortunately, still lasting Ukrainian-Russian war. Supply channels. Do you feel do you feel some obstacles? Do you have some obstacles here? But on the other hand, Slovenia is third greenest country in the European Union, so we have a lot of natural resources. So how can you describe this situation now?
Ines, I'm quite disappointed about that issue. Why? Because 20 years ago we have strong Slovenian plates producers, wooden plates producers, which we need to produce furniture. But this globalization world, this globalization caused that there are only 2, 3, 4 big world companies covering this production of these wooden plates. So all Slovenian producers bankrupt. So we are just, yes, we have a lot of forest in Slovenia. So we cut the timbers, trees, export to Austria or to Germany, and there these big Eger, Kronospan these are big producers use our raw materials. So I would like to to produce not only raw material, but to produce semi products or final products. But this is not this is impossible from Slovenian boards. We need to import these already prepared boards for production furniture from outside. And the next thing is the supply chains are not so stable as it was before. The cause is COVID, the cause is Ukraine war. For example, we import from Russia a year or two ago a lot of plywood. This is special wood, plywood. We are producing kindergarten furniture from this plywood, and immediately the supply stops, and we need to find new suppliers. And this supplier, you know, you need to make a relationship with new suppliers, open financial credit lines, and so on, and delivery are longer, and so on and so on. So these are issues we were not ready, but we are faced to do that, to establish new channels.
Yeah, you need to adapt to the current situation. I assume that you also did. But if I go back on this wood situation here in Slovenia, so actually you're trying to say that you produced furniture from Slovenian wood that is imported from Austria or Germany or something like that.
That's right.
Well, how ironic, we can say that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, due to this globalization, we are facing these kind of challenges. You work abroad. You mentioned earlier that you work abroad. Of course, Slovenia soon becomes small market for you. What kind of channels do you use for your businesses abroad, or where can our guests see your references, or which is the country you work the most?
The best way is, you know, we know Slovenia because we are living here. We know the situation in Slovenia. We know the habits, the everything, the relationships, and so on. So we can sell in Slovenia to end users, to B2C, to customers. But this is almost impossible abroad in foreign countries, because you don't know the local special relationship. You don't know all the legislations in some countries, the certificates. If, for example, Egypt needs special certificates which we don't know, we are not so familiar. So we need in all those countries where we are present, resellers, our partners, resellers, distributors who buy furniture from us and resell to end users. Okay. This is the best way. Yes, of course, during our history, we find also some end user, some big investors in Germany, a company in Germany, or which is not reseller, but it's end user already buying from us furniture already 8-10 years and so on. But these are unique channels. But generally, we are selling through our reseller distributor network. And I would like to address our audience. If somebody is from this field, of course, we would like to expand our distribution network in any countries where we are not present. So we kindly invite somebody from audience to become our reseller, for example.
Great. So offer is on the table, but before that, you need to address some countries where you very well presented, actually. So is this within the EU or on the third markets?
Generally in the EU. You know, you can be the most successful if the transport paths are not too long and so on. So our focus is European Union. But anyway, we are working from United Kingdom on west to Saudi Arabia on east, all the way from there to there, from Russia, not anymore, but before, from Russia to Egypt on south. So this is the area we can cover.
Okay.
But
So
of course, we are ready also to go in United States, to go in, I don't know, in Far East. Not a problem, but focus is this one. But if I will find opportunity to go further, welcome.
Okay, great. So Igor, I would discuss with the furniture industry forever, but I'm afraid that our talk was already past the half an hour. So I would kindly invite our guests also to write the questions down if you didn't ask on your question, but I see that something popping out here. Meanwhile, you can just answer me another question. Are you present on the fairs as well?
Yes, or in Orgatec. In Orgatec, not the last exhibition, but before we were all the time. But now, you know, you must understand that it was COVID. It was not so reliable situation, economic situation. But before, we are exhibitor in Orgatec. This is the largest exhibition show in the world. In Germany, in Cologne. This is in Cologne. But as a visitor, we visited also Milano Furniture Fair, Maison and Aubier in Paris, in Stockholm Furniture Fair, and so on. So yes, we are following exhibitions and trends.
Okay, great. So I will read a question from Mr. Gabriel is asking, Gonzaga produce lines of furniture or furniture for projects?
Both. For example, lines of furniture, we were all the time, I was focusing on office furniture. This is our brand name. We have, I don't know, 10, 12 different furniture levels in office furniture. So this is our furniture, and we are selling everywhere. But for projects is story of itself. So every project is cannot be copied to another project. For example, one hotel in Austria will have completely different furniture from one hotel in Croatia, which is on seaside, Austria in the mountains. So yes, we are producing also furniture for projects. So sometimes we just get the already prepared drawings, already prepared, described everything, and we produce according to these demands of investor. But sometimes we come closer to investor and we together develop furniture for them. But this is anyway special produced furniture for special project. So yes, the answer is both.
Great. So here you are, Gabriel, you have your answer. Next one, Johan is asking, through which distribution channels they usually sell the home office solution desk? Specialized retailers, designers, department stores, or others?
The answer is we sell home office solution desk on the same way as other office furniture. So on abroad through our resellers. So which are their channel to end user, I really don't know exactly. Some of them, they have web shop. Some of them they sell on some another ways, so I don't know. But in Slovenia we have our we establish our own brand name for high adjustable desk, which are mostly selling to a home office desk. And we are promoting via our own homepage and through resellers, as also in Slovenia.
So you are also what about public tenders? You are applying for public tenders, or you are more reliable with or comfortable doing with the distribution?
We, you know, we avoid doing public tenders, because in public tenders, everybody knows for public tenders because it's public, it's announced in public newspapers or anywhere, and there are a lot of competitors, and generally, mainly, the main important issue is the price. Especially in Slovenia, there are no way that the price is maybe many times the only criteria. So we don't want to compete for lower possible price. Yes, sometimes we go also on the tenders, public tenders, but we try to avoid them.
As you mentioned before, you're a solution provider.
Yes.
So of course, it's a different price range here as well.
Completely.
So I think that we came to the end of the questions. No one has additional questions. So it was a nice 40 minutes talk with you, Igor. It was a pleasure. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you once more for inviting me to this business talk. Ines, give me just a few seconds more. I will write in a chat my email address and phone number, that anybody who are interested to contact me can do that.
Igor, no worries. In the next mail, when the video will be done, I will connect you with the participants, with your contact details, your profile cards, and everything as well. So this will all be taken care of. But nevertheless, you can type it down now in the mailbox.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you again for your time, and it was a pleasure.
Thank you. Goodbye. So,
dear guests, have a nice rest of the day. See you next time on the next Business Talk. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.